Hi everyone, it's Cherryenchantress. So I'm here with another pick a card reading in our fantasy week, and we're doing unicorns this time and crystals. So this is a crystal clear unicorn message, and I feel like this message really had a very strong healing spirit kind of vibe to it. It also had a bit of emotions and, kind of like dealing, how to deal with things that come up in your life, or how to use your best potential and things like that. So those are the kinds of things that will come up in this reading. And so we have 3 piles for you. We've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Hello, I got this at the dollar store. I had to take off my dollar store sticker. And this one is another sticker, or not a sticker, but a tag. Oh well, nobody cares. Anyway, this is a pin, so yeah. We have 3 piles, and pile 1 is the Isaura ring. Come on, you can zoom, can't you? Isaura ring. Sometimes it's because of the lighting. Oh, everything's so sparkly. Number 2 is the Citrine ring. Number 3 is my unicorn mood ring I got in Colorado. So I don't know what mood I'm in. I think I'm in a serious mood. All right. Well, that one zoomed in. Okay, guys. So let's start this reading. We're gonna do some breathing, and then, but ultimately, just let your heart be your guide, your spirit be your guide. Choose by number, timestamp, or anything that works for you, or listen to all 3 piles because they're good messages in all 3. And sometimes all 3 piles are a big message for some of you out there who need more than just one pile. All right, so let's push out our breath. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes, release your breath. Open your eyes and let them drift to the pile meant for you. Let's begin. All right, here's pile number 1 with the Isaura ring, which my Auntie Isaura gave me. Maybe it'll zoom in now. There we go. And I did my nails, although this one's kind of like seashell shape, which would have been better for Mermaid Day, but that's okay. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful ring. So let's see what our messages are. So from Nature's Whispers, first of all, you have gratitude and appreciation. This is kind of, the attitude of gratitude is really what helps manifest things into your life. You're allowed to get frustrated and be mad and upset, or see the dark or the negative, or not always see the glass half full kind of thing. But stop it every once in a while, and then just start to think about what you do have to be grateful for. Just it's easy to forget, but there's a lot to be grateful for. So refocus on what you're grateful for. Because there's magic, you guys. Magic. Make a wish. Believe in miracles. Magic surrounds you. This is the Oracle of the Unicorns. And then from my new deck that I got, which is the... did I bring that? I did not. So I gotta go get it. It is the Crystal Spirits deck by Colette Baron Reed. She does all these, she always has this kind of oracle person hidden in the images. But this is Lemurian quartz, which is about vision and the big picture, and big picture thinking. It's just stepping out and big picture thinking. And I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that. So the Lemurian quartz is talking about your ability to imagine something bigger and better and to draw in what you need in order to heal. Feel a sense of well-being and step into your power as a co-creator is greater than you think. The message of the Lemurian quartz is that now is time to free yourself to dream big. What do you see for yourself, and how do you picture yourself in the future? What kind of person have you evolved into? And as you strive to fully embrace and enjoy your life. So, sometimes you take 2 steps forward and 2 steps back, but you are evolving and you're learning and growing. Look at that, there's a key in there. Interesting. So on this healing journey, you're called to keep your eye on the bigger picture of your experience so that you recognize your struggles as leading you to epiphanies, allies, and inner wisdom born of lived experience. Lemurian quartz spirit reminds you that the capacity to unlock the wisdom of the stars is within you. Just open your connection to the conscious universe and allow your imagination to soar. Very soon, a powerful vision of what is ahead for you will become clear. So I wanted to make sure I said that according to the way it was written, because I thought it was, whoa, that sounds good. It's a powerful vision's about to be made clear for you. So, that's exciting. All right, so for the the whispers of love, you've got, you are limitless. You can do anything you choose. And really, that makes a lot of sense. It's like, if you just kind of step back and think about the miracle of birth, for instance. That's what I always do when I get bogged down in details, or get I limit myself, or I box myself in. I realize, oh yeah, we're living miracles, really. The miracle of birth, the miracle of life, the miracle of this planet. So many little details that we deal with on a daily basis that we take for granted are so kind of profound and amazing that it even exists. So in that aspect, and when you think about it, you start to open your mind a little bit more, thinking, wow, like if this can be, why can't that can be, If this idea is possible, why can't that idea be possible? And so there shouldn't be any limits or boundaries. It's interesting, I was watching one of my commercials that come on before my channel, and this guy was talking about this stool he was sitting on, and I knew what he was going to say next, because it's just molecules, and it's not even there, and like logically he would just fall through it, but anyway, so those kinds of concepts kind of like blow your mind sometimes, but if you study them and you realize there's so much more to us than we give ourselves credit for. We box down our lives into a simple plan and material things and comforts and stuff, but we don't try to use what's out there with the magic, the mystery, the universal gifts and things. So maybe it's just I think this is saying that how to do this. You're tapping, you're close, just keep on going, because you are limitless. I think this card is interesting from the Romance Angels deck. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. It's the unicorn trapped, and I feel like you're kind of like this. You're like the unicorn. You're very unique and special, but you're letting yourself be trapped by the 3D world of conventional things, not letting yourself explore and expand into an unusual life. All right, so let's see what your tarot has to say. We've got the crystal. This is called the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. We got the Ace of Wands. You got the Nine of Cups. And the Magician. When they came out, I was like, yes, yes, perfect, So the Ace of Wands is, of course, it's like beginnings, it's creativity, it's inspiration, it's solutions. The Nine of Cups is confirmation and satisfaction and contentment. And the Magician is control, empowering, manifesting, making things happen. The crystal that you can see, the little crystals are used only for the major arcana, but here we have the quartz. So the quartz, like the Lemurian quartz or clear crystal quartz, has this, it's the master, it's saying that you're the master channeler of energy, and the magician can make it happen. It resonates also with the Fool, but the Fool can come up with the idea or the beginning of the idea, but you actually bring it to an existence. You are the manifester. All right, so, well, I was going to go into a little more detail with the book. The book is I'm just going to tell you what the magician says at least. The other two are good too, but I'll read the magician. So the magician says, the magician has all the magical tools he needs right in front of him to cast his spell. He can manifest visions into reality and master channeler of energy, just much like the quartz crystal. The Fool sets the intention and dream. The magician makes the magic happen. So yeah, that's pretty much what I said, right? And, the Ace of Wands is inspiration, new ideas seem to come out of nowhere, like the wand coming out of thin air. Be sure to catch these successful and creative ideas and put them into action. They are literally falling into your lap, but it's up to you to make them grow into your dreams. Like that. And then the Nine of Cups is, this is, I like that. This is hashtag perfect unicorn status. Okay, the perfect unicorn status card is to come up in your reading. I didn't know that. When this card appears, that means that your wish is getting fulfilled. You will be receiving and achieving what you truly desire. Just think of the unicorn in this card as your personal genie granting your every wish. Wow, I'm glad I read it now. So that's your personal wish coming true card. So let's see what your charms have to say. I'm going to use my regular plate for this. No fancy unicorn plates, but yeah, but we do have fancy unicorn charms. The thing about unicorns is that they're rare, and so when they come out, I want, they're meant to be rare. And so this reading is rare. Ooh. You have love flying over here. A name. Oh, we got some Scrabble coming to you. And we've got Hard Rock Cafe. Now, save the planet. So something about what you're going to do is going to be a broader thing about saving the planet. New Bohemians, kind of like the Wands. Some kind of creativity. Drinking some margaritas while you're thinking about what you're going to do next. And Bruce Springsteen, Divine Masculine. Optimism, the pig represents, and sweetness and intelligence too. And Jasmine in the castle, gonna break free. I think, yeah, free yourself, Jasmine. You don't have to wait for Aladdin. You can free yourself. But you can wait for Aladdin too if you want to. But luckily, the bird is swinging and not trapped in a cage. So I think Jasmine's got to figure it out. And you've got the Bluebird of Happiness, which I'll read you the little Bluebird of Happiness poem. It goes something like this. This little bluebird is special, so cheery and merry too. He's here for just one reason, to bring happiness to you. Just keep him close or carry him. Enjoy each and every day. This little Bluebird of Happiness will bring smiles along the way. You know what? You've got the Bluebird of Happiness, which to me is like the lucky charm of all the charms. And you've got the lucky card of all the cards from the Crystal Unicorn deck. All right, so let's see what message you have with the Scrabble. Oops. Got. You're gonna hear me roar. Yes, you have. Aura. Ooh. Almost. Oro. Tarot. What? Almost. We need a T, another T. Do you got a T? Tarot. Anyway. So R, there, the, wow. I feel like a lot of stuff wanted to come out and speak. You know, something about the tarot, something about your aura, something about, But, yeah, I think you have to fill in the blanks, really. But you might see somebody's initials. You might see a message or a name or something like that within these letters. All right, so that's up for you to decide and decipher, and I hope you like that. Big hugs to all my returning subscribers, and welcome all my visitors. Please feel free to subscribe and push the bell button, and even become members if you like. Membership is very inexpensive, a monthly thing. You get this reading at a real huge discount, different readings, and so there's different tiers. And after you choose that, all you have to do is email me. That's also in the description box. All this information is in the description box. Just check it out and see what ways you can support the channel, basically. And I love you all for all of you who are already supporting the channel. Members like Stephanie or Stefania and Courtney and Cecilia and Shafira. Thank you all very much. I'm going to move on to the next. Alrighty, and here we have pile number 2 with the Citrine ring. I was kind of like trying to decide which finger to put that one on, like I was sharing. I'm sharing it. Oh, I can put it up here. What ring did I have over there? I don't remember now. Oh yeah, I had this one. Silly. I don't know, what am I doing with my rings? I'm playing with my rings while you're waiting for your reading. I'm just teasing. Okay, so let's get started. Let's see what we've got. We've got potential gateway. This is really interesting. This is, let's see what this is about. The potential gateway is like portals, you know? It's like another universe. It's like finding something unusual and special and walking through, you know? So let's take a good look at this while we're reading it, because this is kind of like the island of unicorns or something. A new course or route is coming into your awareness. It's time to utilize your knowledge and complete the task at hand. As you finish one aspect of your life, begin thinking about what you would do next. This is part of your life's journey. You are constantly shifting and developing. You may feel contentment, fulfillment, and pride because you have accomplished something. There is productivity and reward as a bonus for your efforts. Good fortune, you realize, is evidence that you are putting sufficient energy into life's journey to get out of it all you desire. That's very beautiful. And look what you got next. You have expansion. Expansion is all about spreading your wings and soaring and sharing your messages to those that, you know, want to hear it and shine your light and show the world what you're made of. It's one thing to do a self journey, but it's, you know, it's even a little bit scarier when your self journey becomes a journey where you help and heal others. I feel like that's what's happening here. You have the diamond, which is very special as well. The diamond, this is from my new Crystal Spirits deck, and I'm sure a lot of you have that already, but it took me a little while to get it. I didn't have very many things on crystals and stones and stuff. So another book that I have, which kind of inspired me to get this one, is this book that just came in, Goddessprovisions of April, I think. So yeah, so crystals are very important, and they're very helpful in our journey here of self-help and healing. So you got the diamond. Isn't this gorgeous? This is one of the best drawn in the bunch. This is a priceless gift of time and pressure combined. The beauty and strength arises from trials and challenges and the right use of power. As co-creators with our fellow beings, we are meant to work together harmoniously, giving and receiving, taking turns and sharing the work, the credit, the fun, the power of manifestation. And today, you are called to claim your power and exercise it with respect and love for all, even those who are hard to love, especially those who challenge you. You never know what silent struggles people are hiding, and your ability to express love is magnified by the diamond spirit today. So listen to that part of you that wants to be kind and understanding towards someone who is making it difficult for you to come to your higher self. Diamond Spirit has appeared to let you know that this is a moment to wield your power mindfully. You have earned wisdom over time as you have suffered much in your life and now in a place of maturity and understanding. So avoid being reactive, for there is strength in quiet, loving gestures such as willingness to listen or say, "I'm sorry that you are in this situation." Often it is these gentle actions that hold the most power. Your ability to move hearts is very strong right now, so even as you maintain healthy boundaries, make the choice to own your power and use it with wisdom and grace. In doing so, you align with the conscious universe, who knows the healing power of love and compassion. Oh, so that's very good. A lot of times that happens to us, right? We forget, we get so wrapped up in things. Sometimes we forget other people might be going through stuff too. I mean, maybe it's no excuse for them to behave the way they're behaving, but nevertheless, maybe it's time for you just to be magnanimous, allow them to be that way, forgive them, and maybe they will open up and let you know what's really going on inside, and express their feelings. You also have from the whispers of love, have faith. Trust your faith in this situation. So I feel like maybe you're already there. You came across a person that was kind of difficult, maybe, but you've already done this expression of love and compassion. You are expanding. You've learned some things on your travels. You're expanding your lessons. You're both teaching and you're being a good example, and you're being kind to those who may not seem like the typical person that would understand or respond or respect your way of doing things. So now let's look at your tarot. So the devil came out. But I find the devil, I don't know, the devil is just funny. And then we have the Five of Wands and we have the Eight of Wands. So altogether, this is a really good message. We can't ever just take one thing separately. The devil can always be warnings about doing things in excess, but I feel like the devil here came out to say it's also breaking free of chains. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. But your free yourself message is a little bit different from pile one. Pile one was freeing themselves of the limits of their minds, being, limitless. Your free yourself might be maybe a codependency or a need to stay with something that you need to be free of. But also, the devil sometimes also symbolizes chains. The chains also have a lot of resemblance of being connected to each other, as in twin flames. This is very much like the Lover's card if there's a spirit there instead of the devil. The devil is not evil, it just represents material. So there is an imbalance of material. But the thing about it is, what happens is this. The pleasures of life are earthly pleasures that we enjoy so much, food and drink and sleep and playing, and all of these things are good and healthy, but in proportion to everything else. You don't want, this is kind of saying you don't want your pleasures to become your weaknesses and hinder you or turn you into a prisoner, that all your material things are so much more important in the spirit than you turn yourself into a prisoner of your material world. So don't do that. But as far as the pleasures go, I feel like pleasures are fine. A lot of twin flames out there are craving this need to bring their 5D relationship into the material, and so that's another clue that there is a situation that could come into the 3D material. You have the black diamond, so much like the diamond, but the black diamond's message is slightly different. It's about but it's about clarity. It's to use this for clarity and strength. So let me just break it down completely. Let me just read it instead of like hit and missing it here. But I think I got it down here. It's the devil is all about the devil black diamond here. This one's cute though. Okay. So it starts off saying sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Hey, sex, drugs, and rock and roll is fine. Like, I like rock and roll. I like sex. And, certain drugs in moderation. Whatever. But it's the problem. The reason why sex, drugs, and rock and roll has got such a bad rap is because it's always associated with excess, too much of it. And that's the thing. You just can't just do too much of what, the pleasures in your life. You have to balance it with the spiritual. So, yep, this is what this card is all about. Sensual pleasure and wild desire is tempting you right now. You have to recognize when you are caught up in an obsession and addiction, which can result in you being chained up. Use the black diamond crystal for clarity, strength, and focus. Don't let your pleasures become your addictions and weaknesses. Okay? And interesting, the Ace of Wands kind of carries this over. The Ace of Wands is all about not Ace of Wands, Five of Wands. It's usually the fighting card, right? The struggles or conflicts. But the Five of Wands is talking about focus and discipline. And it might be competition, but it's also focus and discipline. And so you're carrying over this sense of there might be obstacles challenging you to reach your goal, and you've lost focus in why you wanted to do this in the first place, and it's time to look outside the box, maybe find more creative and magical ways to reach your goal. Look in a new direction and stir it up and brainstorm. And this could be there's many messages here. Like for some of you it could be about addictions and stuff, but for others of you it could be like wanting this 5D relationship to go into 3D, into an earthly material connection. And there's obstacles in the way, and trying to figure out how to get around these obstacles. The Eight of Wands might help us here, though. This is momentum is on your side. You can see the finish line, and things seem to be moving along faster than you thought. Awesome things are about to happen to you, and good things coming your way. So that's good. So think that you're going to figure these things out. And this is the action and the cruising and the movement that's going to help you in your direction to achieving your goals in this situation. So I feel like in general, this reading's about the unknown, portals and the unknown, and maybe some fears that get in the way, and being too comfortable in the material, which causes you to keep yourself chained up or locked up. And now you got to break free from that, and it might be a little bit of a struggle, but you're going to figure this out. Okay, I got it. So now let's see what your charms have to say. Let's see if the charms will back me up. All right. Let's see. Rum, rum, rum. That's go, 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 right? Go, go, go. Yeah, it seems like that's always my message, because I have so many cards rooming. All right, look, you've got the dice balanced here, where I see 6, where the 6 is the Lover's number, and you have 2, like the Two of Cups. So Lovers and Two of Cups, take them both. They both mean union, which is kind of like the opposite of the Devil card, the same yet opposite. Lovers is the same thing as the devil, but just with the spirit helping you out instead of the devil help. And the devil, just don't think of him as an evil being. Think of him as material, earth-bound being. It's a goat. It's a animal, and it's attached to the earth. That's why the devil's about material things, okay? All right, so now you've got good luck, the 4-leaf clover, and you've got charming Libra. You have China, you have short, you got name again too, like everybody's getting the Scrabble today. You've got wish coming true. You've got the tiara. Whenever I see tiara, I think of the queens, you know, like you're the queen of cups or swords or wands. You could be the empress. You know, that royal quality. It's also, you know, when you're in queen mode or empress mode, then that means you're evolving and doing well. It looks like your masculine's doing fine too. He's evolving as well. He's at this phase right now where he's asking you to the ball and he's dressed up and he cleaned himself up and everything. And so, like, he's getting there. And we've got the magic carpet, so you might be going on a little journey. You have that idea. The idea is important, and the idea is going to spur you to create something, a movement. You have number 21 and 29, so possible dates here. You have, what? You've got, you got St. Lawrence. I was going to say, I thought St. Christopher's came out twice. But St. Christopher's here, and he's the patron saint of travelers, so that's good. I feel definitely movement travel possible here. There's repairing the, this is the pipe wrench, and the pipe is the water pipe, which is water represents love and emotion. So there's like a repairing of love and emotions. Music here. The proud Leo. Leo's, the line represents strength and a courage. And also, sometimes it can represent pride, so you have to keep the pride in check, right? You've been waiting. I know, it's hard to wait, but sometimes you got to keep waiting. Sometimes you got to be patient. Leo's also, that's part of, the moderation and patience too. Even though Leos are full of passion, they have to learn moderation. You've got a basket full of apples. That's good. Your health is really good right now, and you have plenty in storage. And here you got the fortune teller card. So listen to the fortunes. The fortunes will lead you in the right direction for the most part. I mean, always, anytime you need like real, counseling, psychological counseling, definitely get, referred to doctors above tarot readers. But I'm saying, there's lots of tarot readers that will provide really good, honest, gentle spiritual information. Just take everything, in moderation and balance everything out. Don't just, pick one person and say that's all I'm gonna ever listen to. Or you could just listen to me all the time. Look, you got go, 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 go. This is really the go-go sign, and we heard the car roaming by, so there is going to be movement coming up soon, guys, really soon. And all of these plans that you're like, these things that you're creating, that you went to the island of unicorns to create, and now you're expanding with these ideas and thoughts. And they're going to be way more than just these material stuff that you've been attached to. There's going to be a lot more going on for you. So just have faith. Everything's turning out right. It's going to turn out right. You got these crystal spirits here helping you now. You thought you had every kind of spirit helping you, but now you got crystal spirits helping you too. All right, I'm going to move on to the next. Thank you for stopping by, and check out my description box. It's got tons of links and things to buy. It has my email address if you need private readings, and bunch of stuff. My Etsy's back almost fully stocked again, and so check out all that stuff. And I'm gonna move on to the next. Oh yes, and one more note. I have to say thank you to my members for becoming members. It's real easy to become a member, but that information is also in my description box. And I didn't mention Nina in my first group, but thank you, Nina, for becoming a member and always being there for me. I love you very much, Nina. Thank you, Stefania. Thank you, Courtney, Cecilia, Shafira, and Brian. All right, I'm moving on to the next. Okay, last but not least, now I know what I was doing with this finger. I put the unicorn on this finger, just kind of randomly. I mean, I can use it as a pinky ring, but it's so big, it just kind of like hooks up into, the horn hooks into everything. All right, so let's see what your cards are. We're going to see like what kind of message the unicorns want to give you that will help you with your spiritual direction. I think that's kind of what we're going with, a spiritual direction with health and wellness too, like your soul healing. So your message here is celebrate differences, which is I like this one a lot too. It's like what's going on where you have to celebrate differences? Is there some unusual person that has come into your life? We touched a little bit upon that in pile 2. You understand that everything in life comes with an opposite. Even within yourself, you have a polarity, male, female, high, low, good, bad, light, and dark. It is our differences that make us unique. We all come from the same collective, and we all have the light of the inner soul. The more we learn and grow in our thoughts and attitudes, the more understanding and compassion we can develop within our lives. So just take a moment to appreciate an individual for the qualities that they are sharing with you and find what learning can be gained from this situation. Yeah, we did kind of have something like that. What we had in the other pile was, in pile 2, was about forgive somebody if they behave a certain way. Try to see, step back and have some compassion. This is kind of similar too, but also saying, looking also inside. You have some polarities maybe inside of you too, and just celebrate them. And I've kind of gone through that this week. I feel like it was Venus in retrograde that has just like pulled out the crazy warrior in me, and I'm just like angry and yelling at stuff and like, what is going on? Why am I getting so angry so easily this week? So yeah, but I celebrate it. No, it embarrasses me a little bit because I'm such a mild-mannered person most of the time. My anger embarrasses me. Don't let it embarrass you if you get angry. Just realize it's a natural reaction, okay? It happens. And, and if you hurt somebody's feelings with your anger and something you've said, then, just be humble and apologize, which I have done. And it's helped, actually anger can clear the air, like if you get angry, you blow up, and then you just talk about what happened, then you get a lot of aha moments out of that. It's true. All right, and speaking of anger, the unicorns, this is the oracle of the unicorns. They say anger. Safely express your anger. Use anger as a positive force. Honor all of your emotions as sacred. Anger is one of the sacred emotions. Sadness, anger, happiness, sadness. You have to realize, we're humans. We do get angry, and even if we're humans who are trying to evolve and get enlightened and become more spiritual, we still have human emotions that we deal with every day to day. So acknowledge it, accept it, move on, to a better place and a better space whenever you can. Ask for forgiveness from those who you might have taken your anger out on unnecessarily, maybe, but that kind of thing. So, and if you can't ask for forgiveness from them, then ask for forgiveness from the universe. Let the universe know that you acknowledge your anger and you're sorry that it might have affected people. And that's another thing. I think I go through the day and the weeks like knowing that, all right, so like say customer service, that's one of my biggies. I don't mean to get off the track here, but just help me, follow with me, because customer service, I might, get mad if something's is not done correctly or right or whatever. And I look at the person's point of view. Like, say if it's a cashier, like they can't help anything, I'm not going to take out any anger on them because they're just a cashier. They didn't make any decisions about it. They're just ringing things up, So I usually approach things that way, right? As in, this person that I'm talking to immediately has nothing to do with the bigger picture, the bigger process, Maybe I'm more angry at the CEOs or the companies, but even them, as a entrepreneur, I realize, there's a lot to juggle in everybody's business, and not everybody's going to be perfect 100% of the time. It's hard to be perfect. So forgive yourself for not being perfect. Forgive other people for not always having all their stuff together perfectly all the time too. And then if you need to let out your anger, just let it out, but do your best not to hurt people while you're expressing your anger, but use it as a positive force. It can actually open lines of communication that never would have opened otherwise, because you were so worried about hurting feelings and stepping on eggshells and things like that. You see? Okay. All right. And we got raw morganite. This one's a very powerful, beautiful stone. And let me tell you all about it. It's like, okay, it's called rose quartz on crack is what it's called. I bet some people like the sound of that. Ooh, rose quartz on crack. I'll take one of those. It's interesting though, because this is about sensitivity, gentleness, empathy, and compassion, the gift of vulnerability and self-forgiveness. On the other end of the spectrum, like people who often have a hot temper sometimes are also the most sensitive and kind and generous and sweet people. They could be ones that just get taken advantage of, and maybe they get their buttons pushed too much all at once, and then they're not that kind, sweet person anymore. But an empath can be a person that does respond in anger. So these things do happen. So so no matter how hard the rock, over time water can alter it, making a path where it was none before. And the appearance of this crystal is a sign that this is a time for you to embrace your sensitivity and gentleness. There's no need to be forceful when you can simply be open to what you're entitled to receive. Allow yourself to be vulnerable as this crystal spirit appears in a raw, unpolished form, finding strength in knowing that you do not have to engage in battles that serve no one. You are able to handle whatever dramas are in front of you right now. Your exquisite sensitivity will serve you well, for it allows you to see things as they are. The conscious universe will be gentle with you, and raw morganite spirit is here to let you know that you're not alone and you have a solid foundation beneath you. So express your gifts of empathy and compassion. You are stronger than you know. And that's very nice. Yeah, it's like, it's going to be okay. And, you are strong. Okay, and so next we have from the Whispers of Love, embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. So there's this whole emotion taking me over, caught up in sorrow. And sorrow is another one, sadness. And allow yourself to cry and to feel when that feeling comes over you. All right, and then for our tarot we have the Lovers, the Page of Cups, and the Ace of Swords. So some good stuff coming up, you guys. The Lovers, of course, is love, attraction, and union. The Lovers is also this morganite, and that's where I got the rose quartz on crack reference, because this crystal unicorn tarot by Pamela Chen is, very funny. She's funny. Pamela Chen's writing, and then illustrated by Lisa Higuchi. And it's very charming. I just ordered 3 already. I ordered one for myself. I gave to my niece. I ordered another one for myself. And then at the live, I ordered one secret for a secret special giveaway to somebody. So yeah, it's a good starter deck. It's got all the same symbols as the Rider-Waite, but all in unicorn. So it's kind of like more fun to look at. So like I said, the morganite is the ultimate love stone, like rose quartz on crack, which is how you might be feeling at this moment with this card popping up. So it's all about falling in love. You might be doing stuff out of the ordinary because you're so in love. It may mean you found an actual person that you cannot resist. It can also mean that you have found some spiritual insights that you are making peace with your fears. making wise choices to harmonize two opposing sides. So we had celebrate differences. You know, one of the biggest differences is your twin flame or your other half or your person. You know, they're either yin to your yang or yang to your yin or whatever, but they are your opposite in some sense, you know. Even if it's just a heterosexual relationship and you're a woman and they're a man, you're opposites, right? Even if you're same sex, you're going to find that one of you definitely vibrates more in a masculine or in the other in a feminine in a way. And these opposing forces are meant to happen as an attraction to bring us together. So here you have that beautiful stone of the Morganite. And then next we have the Page of Cups. So some communication coming up. Oh yeah, you got a little stone right there. Oh, so I didn't realize this, but I thought it was only the major arcana that had stones, but the court cards have the stones as well. Very nice. So I'm reading from this book because the second pile had like a secret message. So the Page of Cups is saying, when this card appears, you will be receiving messages of joy and happiness. The Page of Cups energy is sweet, innocent, and whimsical. Okay, so it's not talking about it. It's just, you just see it on all of them. Let me see if we can see any crystals in this one. I don't see the crystals in the eight. I guess they're just on there randomly in the court cards, I suppose. There we go. And then Ace of Swords will be like, you get a message and then you take action or you start something new. So that Ace of Swords is cutting through the BS. This is with your amethyst encrusted sword. So that's where the crystal comes in. And the clear ideas and swift action equal success. This can also be double-edged sword, slicing out the old stuff that no longer serves you, or cut deeper than you thought to the truth that hurts. It can force you to head on with situations that you've been ignoring. Fresh ideas and quick response will get you into amazing outcome. This is about being sharp and clear and real and facing the truths. And for some of you, it might be freeing yourself. So this card has kind of like been significant in all three piles. But some of you might have to cut something out and free yourself from the cage in order to take back control of your life and enjoy this lover's relationship kind of thing, you know. It could also be just simply old ways of thinking, things that no longer serve you, going around in circles. Like the circular form, shape of the cage just makes me feel like cycles and things that you can't break free from. And this is saying, free yourself. Free your mind and the rest will follow. All right, let's see what your charms have to say. If they back me up here. Back me up, charms. What say you? I got a lot in my hand, but oh well. I felt this one. This is the Wheel of the Year. So I feel like, and I was just talking about cycles. You know, the cage and circular motions and cycles. So you got to break some cycles. There's something that is not working anymore that needs to be stopped and free yourself from. Other than that, it's a happy reading. Like you're getting in connection with your emotions. That's good, and you're allowing yourself to feel, and you're expressing yourself. And the expression of your emotions is good because it helps connect you tighter, stronger to the person that you really love. Now you've got see, the mermaid is about singing your song and speaking your voice. You know, don't be shy. And who knew? But you know, the beast is like, he is the divine masculine in transition, and he's going to help the little mermaid speak her voice too. There could be somebody made a comment, says, I don't like kids. I'm like, what? That's kind of strange. I mean, I don't know. Like, to me, saying that a person saying that they don't like children really hurts my heart. I love children. Children are beautiful at all ages. But anyway, if you don't like kids, I guess I can't make you like kids. It just seems wrong not to like kids. But anyway, there seems to be some baby making here. There's some baby involved. There's a child involved, or there's baby making involved, because we also have the duck, which rhymes with, you know what. The story behind the duck, if you want to listen, has to do with Sherwood Forest. The man had amazing helmet that had horns that went from like one side of the park to the other side of the park. And I was like, oh, can I take a picture of you? That's cool, your helmet. And he says, yeah, I'm the horniest man in the whole place. And so, yeah, he gave away duckies to rhyme with, you know what? And that's the story of that. That's why the duck represents sex to me, you know? Somebody's going to be dressing up and stepping out on town, or like just dolling themselves up to look cute for themselves. You know, this exercise, there's this connection that cannot be broken. We got Tinkerbell with faith, trust, and pixie dust. You know, she's going to bring the magic. You can fly. You could totally fly. Just have to have that last magical ingredient, which is pixie dust. You've got an anchor too, so don't like fly without having stability and knowing you got something to hold on to when you get back down. It's good. It's like anchoring yourself and flying up, and then, you know, getting back. I feel like our souls do this when we sleep at night. Our souls travel in our dreams and can go to different dimensions and different lifetimes. But our bodies, our physical bodies, are our anchors. Here we got another baby. Like, this is the angel baby. So maybe somebody had, I'm just saying it, maybe somebody has a baby out there that's in heaven, and they're saying hello and they love you, and maybe they're going to come back to you, you know. And then we have kiss. So kiss is coming up. And then we have a shell. So signs from nature. If you go out and you ask the angels, hey, I need a sign, would you please let me know what to do, then maybe, you know, a certain shell will kind of give you the answer. The camera's photography, you could be, you know, taking pictures of things, traveling, taking pictures, but also this could, you know, go back to our, you know, social distancing thing where we're doing a lot of FaceTime, a lot of face-to-face on our phones and our cameras, our you know, our connection now. So when we do social media and things like that, that's the way we socialize now at this time. And so it's going to be maybe some more of that, but at least you're going to have a good connection. And look, you got the yin yang symbol, so that's like totally the same as this. It's like opposites that are attracting and together and making a union. Your kundalini rising, so this is also a sexual symbol. It's like chakras being well balanced, and your root chakra, especially the stability chakra, especially when you feel stable and your root chakra is solid, and then you can start to feel this kind of wave rippling up your back and feeling good, like feeling good in your own shoes, you know, feeling good in your body kind of thing. Maybe a little doggy here that you walk or take care of. You've got St. Christopher's, patron saint of travelers. You've got Judas Priest. I don't know, but this is a hand with a ticket, and I feel like the ticket is kind of like an invitation to something. And then we have this Saturn planet, the Saturn of love. Venus and Saturn are not Venus and Saturn. Saturn in the 7th house. Like in my example, I have Saturn in the 7th house, which makes me Venus ruled, which means that my chart is predominantly a Venus kind of chart. It means it's a love chart. It's what, you know, what weighs the heaviest in my astrological chart. So wherever your Saturn is, go check that out, and then you can see, you know, what's dominant for you. So if you have Venus in the 7th house, then you definitely are in a twin flame situation. You are in a situation where you are meant to be with that person. That's a karmic connection. That's a soulmate. That's the one. You're supposed to be with the one. That's your destiny. So you have kind of a destined situation in your chart if you have that kind of aspect. Okay, you guys? Oh my goodness. That went kind of long, but it was very nice, wasn't it? Yes, I think so. I hope you like that. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Feel free to comment. Especially, comments like, what does this mean? Like, I can't really answer those too easily. A lot of times because I haven't heard the video in a while and I don't even know what you're talking about. Like, just because you just listen to it doesn't mean I just listen to it. But sometimes I appreciate like your stories, like this resonated because such and such and such, I met him here and we did this and this. I love to hear that. I love hearing your stories. I can't always answer your questions. I can try, but most of the time I'll read it and I'll send you my love, and that's the best I can do in most days. So know that I care about you and think about you a lot. So hello, all my subscribers. Thank you so much for being with me. Hello, anybody visiting. You're welcome to subscribe. I'd love to have you join our Sparkles of Light. Hello, all my members. I can say members now, and I forget that, but members like Stefania, Courtney, Cecilia, Shafira, and Nina. And there might be more, and I'll look to see if we got any new members. But you guys, support this channel, and that means so much to me, because me giving this to you means so much to me. I love connecting with you, and I hope you enjoyed that. Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust. Oh yes, if you want to hang around for this last bit of information, which is not really anything educational necessarily, it's just a thought. So here's some cute or unicorn cards. This one is called the Goddess. Honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. This is from the Fairy Oracle, and that is Lucy Cavendish, and and Selena Fenwick is the artist. And interesting enough, Selena Fenwick also painted this one. This one, Goddess is from the Oracle of the Unicorns. Okay, this is what I'm using today, the Oracle of the Unicorns. And I just thought this one was very pretty, so I thought I should show you. But you're all goddesses, The unicorn is rare and special and doesn't come out very much, and that's why when it comes out, just take it as a beautiful sign, a very unique and unique sign. All right, so this one is from Lucy Cavendish and Selena Fenwick, and funny enough, so this one is from the Oracle of the Unicorns, and they're the exact same picture with just different meanings. Exact same picture. This person didn't. Cordelia wrote the book. Cordelia Francis Brabs, and it doesn't even say who let me see who these are just things that I don't know. That's just like, what? The artwork. They're Blue Angel cards, so I guess the publisher says, well, that's fine. We don't care. But yeah, it's like discernment. Discernment is Rose. Yeah, copyright Selena Fenwick. So she probably got permission to publish it. So many of... interesting. Many of the artworks in this book are also Selena Fenwick's. There you go. Now the mystery is solved. But some of them are just different people. Selena Fenwick is one of my favorite artists. I have like all the decks that she draws. So there you go. If you see this twice, then you'll know why. Selena Fenwick did it 2 different versions for 2 different oracle decks. All right, that's my little side note there. And and then I brought out Free Yourself from Doreen Virtue, because this is a very important card, and it's the only unicorn in her deck. All right, you guys, well, again, I say faith, trust, and pixie dust.